Assalamu alaikum guys, I am ERK. In the previous video we have learned how to structure data in a list, and in this video we will see how to create tables in HTML, how to use tables in HTML. Using HTML tables we can arrange data like text, images, links and other tables in the form of tables, that is in the form of rows and columns. So let's quickly create a file, tables.html, and let's get our starter template. Let's give it a title as tables, and yeah, that's it. Let's give it a heading, tables in HTML. So we can simply create tables by using table tag. It is a semantic tag, that is the browser also knows that here is a table and it treats this as a table. After opening the table tag, you need to add a tr tag to create a row. Tr tag creates a row, that is table row, and inside a row we need to add table data, that is with td tag, and we can write anything in table data. So we'll create 3 rows, tr and another table row, and inside data we will add row 1 column 1. We'll just add this, and row 1 column 2. It becomes row 1 column 3, and similarly row you get 1, that's table data. So row 2 column 1 table data, row 2 column 2, row 2 column 3, similarly for row 3 column 1. So let's have a look at it using the live server. So as you can see, it is arranged in the form of table. It's not properly a table, but it is arranged in that form. If I select it, you can see slight lines. This is the first row and first column element, and this is the first row second column element, and this is the first row and third column element. The numbers itself indicates, and to get the visible lines, to make it as a table, as a proper table, we need to add an attribute known as border, and we can give value in numbers, in pixels. You can just write 1, so it will add a 1 pixel border around all the elements, that is 1 1 1 2 1 3. Let's see. So as you can see, this is a 1 pixel border added around all the elements. So this way we can create a simple table. I hope you have understood how the tables are arranged. The first td element of any row is treated as the first column of that respective row, and it's same for the rest of them. Let us now explore tables in HTML more using our th tag. Th tag is used to specify the heading of the table. It is usually used as a replacement of td tag in the first row of the table, though it can be used in any row. It's not compulsory to use it in the first row, but it is usually used in the first row because usually first row indicates the heading of the table. Let's change this td into th and see how it changes our table in our document. So after saving it, let's head to our browser. So as you can see, our elements are being treated as a heading. Now they are bolder than the other elements in the table. And just to specify, a single element of the table is known as cell in HTML. That is a single, this is a single cell of a table, and rows are horizontal and columns are vertical. Just to make sure that everyone knows, I know everyone knows that, that is the obvious information. And we can also alter the height and width of the table by using height and width attribute similar to the images. So I'll add a width attribute, width width equals to 400 px. Let's see how it changes our output. As you can see, the width of our table is increased, that is 400 pixels, and we can also specify width using percentage. So you can see it is spanned at the 40% of the width of the page. If I tell it to take 100%, it will take 100% of the width. And if I decrease the screen size, it will still take 100% of the width. Look how much small may be the size of this screen of the device. It will take 100% of the width. Similarly, you can give height. Whatever is something 500 pixels. So you can see, let's just close our developer console. So this way we can alter it, and you can notice that elements in the cells are always aligned to left, and elements in the th element, that is the text in the th element, is aligned in center of the cell. We can also alter the padding in the cells, and we can also alter the spacing between the cells. Let's try to do it using the cell padding and cell spacing attributes. Let's just decrease it to 500 pixels. You won't add height attributes. So our table looks like this. Now let's add cell padding to our table, and let's see how it changes the appearance of our table. Cell padding equals to, it is also measured in pixels. So I'll add a padding of 8 pixels. You can also write just 8, but I'm used to writing pixels. So let's see it. So as you can see, the text is shifted slightly to right. Let's inspect it and see what's going on. So the blue color indicates the text and the green color indicates the padding, and as you can also see here, so when we have added the cell padding attribute, it adds a padding of 8 pixels to each cell of the table. And let's now see what is cell spacing attribute. Cell spacing equals to, again we will give 5 px. Let's see. Okay, so it adds spacing between the cells. That is, previously the border was slim, and now a 5 pixel of space is added between the cells, that is in the border of the table. We will wind the video up here because it has already taken the 8 minutes of duration, and this will be the part 1 of tables. We will discuss some more concepts about table in our next video, that is tables part 2. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like the video and don't forget to share it with your friends, and stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you in the next one.